Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Game 2 of Speed Gaming versus Mineski. Man, these drafts, they literally run the 1 minute intro. The draft's almost over. These teams are quick. Well, we'll get into it now. Mineski, this time, they'll be the ones to get the troll. Speed Gaming wrecked them with it in Game 1, and it looks like Bimbo hoping for some revenge here, as he will most likely be the one taking it mid. In fact, they're almost copy-pasting the draft. They go for the bristleback. They grab the silencer. This is, Mineski say, hey, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. Or copy them anyway. That's an interesting choice. We'll see how it works out. As for Speed, they get the Venge Brew. So, we see a pretty solid, well-rounded mix of gank and team fight here. These first 3 picks, they come out with the Ancient Apparition next. Generally, when we see the AA, it's either to stop lineups from pushing, or it's in conjunction with lineups that can get heroes to shatter fairly easily. So the other cool thing for Speed is they have the Chilling Touch Howl mechanic. Having both of those spells on the same team means you have a really hard time fighting at level 1, and if you're Mineski. And that may be something that Speed look to take advantage of, perhaps by going for an early Ruined Assault or even some sort of aggressive play into the enemy jungle. We'll see which direction they want to go, but a lot of right-click potential from this team early on. Lots and lots. And 5th pick now for Speed. They're going to need their off-laner, it looks like. Something that goes well with AA. Void was already banned. I'm actually not sure. There aren't too many great options here. I mean, there's like Clockwork. Doesn't generally do that well against Troll or Bristleback because they just fight him and kill him. Doom would be pretty good, I think. You're up against Bristle. Here they can go to the woods. Lycan can also go to the woods, though, so not sure if they want to go that direction. I think Batrider's the other main choice, and it might be the best choice for mainly for Speed. But they'll go Timbersaw.
Radiant team pick.
Interesting choice against Skywrath and Silencer. Well, it's a mandatory BKB game at that point. For him, to some extent for the Brew. Obviously, on paper, this hero matches up pretty well against melees, the Troll, Bristle. Normally, we see Timbersaw really excel against mass strength lineups and mass melee heroes. There's 2 melee heroes, 1 strength hero. Not an ideal game for the Timber, but it does give them good AoE to go with the Ancient Apparition Ice Blast. So there's some more teamfight damage output coming this way. And if he gets like a 1v1 matchup with the Bristle or the Troll, he may be able to just dominate them in lane. It looks like probably the Brew going mid. They may have... I wonder if Speed even thinks about an aggressive tri-lane here. Silencer, Skywrath, good single target, but you're not going to out-damage a Venge, Ancient Apparition, Lycan tri-lane. That is an option for them if they want to mix things up. Generally, we don't see Lycan going aggressive tri-lane too often, though. So the 5th pick now for Mineski. They've got their supports. They'll need something to farm in the safe lane. It has to be a hero that's strong defensively. Bristleback, if he goes off... Yeah, I think for Speed, they want this Timbersaw-Bristle matchup with a 1v1 if possible. Storm Spirit. So Mineski goes Storm. They get the Silencer Storm, the Empire combo. It's actually going to... Okay, it's going to be Bimbo Storm. Maybe they even put Troll in the tri-lane. Pretty strong hero in those situations. Once he gets level 2, Whirling Axes are really good. He's pretty tanky, relatively mobile. We'll have to see how the teams want to lane it, though. Lots of options for both. I think more so for Speed and a little bit less so for Mineski. With that said, guys, we get underway. Mineski dropped game 1. They now have 16 losses in this group stage. Unable to finish at a 500 record or better. They will be sub 500 regardless. But we introduced the players. They actually do a bit of a swap. It will be Bimbo playing the Troll Warlord going mid. It's going to be Trolley That puts Yamaguchi under the Bristleback. RR handling the Scarith Mage, and 5593 on the Silencer. As for Speed Gaming, they look good in that first game. Melody Lovers, your Vengeful Spirit. Piao, the Brewmaster. Iwi on the Timbersaw. YFTX on the Ancient Apparition. And Chao Yui playing the Lycanthrope. So let's see how the lanes develop. They send the Timbersaw to the off lane. And he's actually going to get a matchup against the Troll here. In fact, is Mineski the team going aggressive? Bristleback just with the Stout and a bunch of regen. Normally not the best. Well, they do have a lot of good single target damage. Maybe they can fight this early. I still would favor speed, though, with the Chilling Touch Howl combo. And they're going to walk right into Melody Lovers. That's the wrong hill, my friend. He walks up, and, well, he's slighted to fall. As they will end up getting the first blood going the way of 5593. Mineski off to a hot start here, a much-needed one. And let's see, is it, in fact, an aggressive tri-lane? Yes, it is. They're going to all group up together. That leaves Troll 1v1 against Timber. Timber taking the level 1 reactive armor. And taking a beating for it. He's going to get one of his tangos up to 270 gold, though. So he's got a little bit to spend if he needs to ferry some regen. And then the mid lane, it's going to be the Storm Brewmaster. Generally, Storm does well against melee heroes, but the Brew is so tanky that I'm not sure how well he'll match up here. Storm with that 6 base armor, though. One of the highest base armors in the game, and he's a ranged int hero of all things. Well, there's always the techies, I suppose, if you want some real armor value. That hero's just weird. Worst base damage ever, really good attack range, ridiculous armor, pretty crappy HP. He's just a hodgepodge. I want to see some tiny techies. I don't know if these teams ever draft anything interesting. So they are going to start off in the jungle, though, with Chao Yui. He started at the fountain, summoned the wolves, now he moves into the woods. So they're running the jungle Lycan, not really being punished yet for it. And this lane gets very unfun for the Timbersaw now. Skywrath constantly harassing him. Troll should free farm with this. In the safe lane for speed, who are they giving the farm to? It looks like YFTX, perhaps? Neither hero really getting much CS. 3 CS on the Ancient Apparition early. Yeah, Storm doing pretty well here. Staying 6 and 0. Not being ganked or pressured yet, and that is... Speed Gaming do have the option to go for that. They have a smoke gank. They could send the Lycan into the safe lane, but they don't really want to leave him alone. You do that, and then the Silencer Bristleback will start just bullying him out of the lane. 12 CS already, and you're like him. All of them jungle creeps, of course, but he's farming pretty well. Now Venge gonna look for the stun. No, doesn't have mana for it actually. So 5593 almost walks away. No Howl just yet on the Lycan, of course. As when you go woods, you have some mana issues. So you just go for the Feral Impulse. Did I say Fear Impulse? That would actually be a pretty cool name, but not very wolf-like. Fear Impulse. They will force out the South, and now the Timbersaw out of regen in the bottom lane. He has the reactive armor, but reactive armor not that useful against Scarith Mage, I gotta say. He needs to farm up his bottle. He may have to make one fountain trip, as he's still got 350 gold to go. Even starting to throw out Timber Chains just to try and guarantee that CS. There will be a rotation towards mid, though. Smoke gank from your Venge. Has the boots in the stash. Coming out now, I believe. Along with another smoke. Melody Lovers will swing around mid. Trolley could be vulnerable here. He gets clapped. Venge stun. And should be enough for kill, although that 7 base armor making the difference for quite a while. Or 6, I should say. Sorry. 5-5-3 looking for the turnaround on the Piao, and kaboom! Gets the kill. Nicely done. A lot of action here mid. Good levels now for the Silencer. The lone hero that's really struggling for his level progression is RR, yet to be involved in much.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Just that one assist earlier. And And we'll have a quick pause for Melody Lovers. Lag! Yeah. Uh-oh. Both teams lagging. Not a good sign. Mineski's like, yeah, we're always lagging. Join the club. Get in line. Why don't you come to the Philippines and try our internet? Speed Gaming, if they go on to win this game, they'll be 16-10. So even if they lose out the rest of the way, they end up at 16-14. I don't think that's good enough. I think you need to win at least one more series, or at least go 1-1 in 2 more series. Then you've got 18 wins. You're 18-12. The only teams that could surpass them at that point are Immortal Magneto, Lie, and Dream. And Dream would have to win out, which I don't really see them doing. So it really comes down to those teams: Big God, Speed Gaming, Immortal Magneto, and Lie. The other 3, I should say, are quite safe and pretty much guaranteed to go. CDEC, eHome, Tongfu, just dominant thus far, as well as HGT. So they're going to leave the Troll alone bottom lane now, but Iwi struggling in terms of farm. Only 8-2 on that Timbersaw. And Troll can continue to just pester him with these auto attacks. Aquila now picked up, and Melody Lover's on the move. He's got a smoke cooling down. Radiant Ward does see this bottom rune. But it's not going to see him move, necessarily. He will plow towards mid. In fact, he's going to walk into the storm. But doesn't have any backup. But not the easiest kill. The pain's already coming out now. They're suspicious. Trolley going to be forced to hang back a bit. Curse used, but Chao Yui with the quick wolf summon is unimpeded in the jungle this far. Oh, we might have a clash momentarily. Oh, they're looking for him. They are, but they're leading with the Brewmaster. Well, he's going to steal the stack, perhaps, is the problem. So he has a split. He has a level 3 clap. I feel like you go for that. Denying the storm his stacks is very crucial. 28 CS right now. He's got his boots bottle coming right out, I believe. Okay, no boots yet. Oh, went for the completed magic wand. So he'll have his boots momentarily.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, top lane, Yamaguchi in the middle of nowhere. Hunting for YFTX. He's going to find him too. And while that's happening, there's a kill bottom. Looks like the Timbersaw ends up getting the kill on the Troll Warlord. Had some support from the Vengeful Spirit to rotate it through. And now they go into Yamaguchi, the big bad wolf. It's only 6 minutes in. He's already hit level 6. And well, YFTX survives for now. Lycan very low. Not finished off just yet. 5593. Going to end up going down. It's a bloodbath in the top lane. A 3-for-1 when you count that Troll death bottom. 2-for-1 in the lane. And the Vengeful Spirit pick doing a lot of work. 2-1 already. Really setting the tempo here for speed. That's a big kill, though. Now Secret's going to have a much tougher time laning. You get that kill, and you hit level 7, so the max Timber Chain about to come out, and Troll is a really good 1v1 here if he gets to auto-attack you, but Timbersaw has so much burst that you throw out the axes, that the blind doesn't help you either against all this nuke damage. So I think Secret, as soon as he takes a chain and a chakram, is just going to have to run for the hills. Like in with the Vlads, there's a lot of Roche potential here for speed. They've got the minus armor from Wave of Terror, the Venge damage aura, already leveled up. They can go for Roche anytime that it feels like Mineski's too committed to the top half of the map. FTX and being pursued out. Speed Gaming's Ancient Apparition now tucked away behind the tower, and a bit of danger, though. Yamaguchi not running the right direction. Isn't going to be able to find him out, and the Lycan comes in again. Starts poking at him with the wolves. Doing a lot of damage from the Feral Impulse. And meanwhile, bottom, Secret gets caught out. The nuke damage is there, and it looks like he'll end up going down. One more Timber Chain is all it takes, and got him. Big grab there. As Trolley will engage on the Piao, but he misses. 8-minute rune got a spot. It's a double damage rune. They get up the Skywrath ultimate or silence rather, and now they get the kill. That's important. At the same time, top Yamaguchi ends up dying on the Bristleback. A relentless exchange of kills as we move along towards the mid game. The key thing is Storm Spirit 1-1 and 2. After that previous death, he's keeping up in terms of CS.
Radiant's bottom
He's gonna get Ice Blasted mid. That will not make him happy.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Not sure how I feel about the Troll side lane. It feels kind of underwhelming compared to mid.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just feels like mid, like the Bottle Crow's a lot more effective. You can push out the lane really well with the Whirling Axes. You get your levels, which to be fair this Troll has, but he's also not that great at escaping. If he gets ganked, he's fairly tanky, but let's see if he can turn this one. Chakram still working on him. Could never even be returned as Iwi considers a chase. Won't go too far. Storm sipping in and out, hither and thither. Constantly just trying to force out that Brewmaster split and then run the hell away. And I do want to mention 5593 got a really fast global silence off earlier. His level 6 came so early. 9.5 minutes in, it's already cooled down by... How much is it exactly? 100 seconds. Piao's just trolling here, having a little fun. Constantly pump faking that ultimate. Uh-oh. Ice Blast ends up sniping out the Storm mid lane. Nice pick off there by the Ancient Apparition. And did he spend his gold before going down is the question. Doesn't look like he got to spend all of it. So they get the pick on the Storm, and with that, it's pretty much a freebie Roshan. Have the Medallion out from the Lycanthrope to go with his Vlads. They're going to snag a free Aegis, a very fast one too, and the one hero who could potentially steal out that Storm is dead. Everyone else would be fairly obvious if they went for it. And now with the Aegis up, they can look to push more aggressively here. Speed gaming, rotating down, sending the Wolves in for a little push. As Trolley engages, and they are morphing up the Lycan, but they quickly deal with that Timbersaw. Now the chase is on. Who do you go for here? Not the Storm. He can just zip away if need be. Trying to focus on the Silencer. They'll get the surround off. The Wolf munches him. Trolley, if he goes in, won't have much mana for the retreat out from this Lycanthrope. Not sure about this play. And now with the Medallion thrown out on him, he heads to the south, and mercifully for him, the Lycan ult will end. At the same time, the Bristleback also dying top lane. Relentless aggression. They didn't even use the Brewmaster split for that. We're not even 11 minutes, or we're not even... We're over a kill per minute. 16 kills, 11 minutes in. Action-packed start to this game number 2. They bring in the Venge now. Gonna drop the Mana Boots on Iwi. But I feel like the Troll has just been completely shut down this game. 0-3, 60 CS. He's number 5 in net worth. The last time we saw the Troll mid, he ended up going 4-0-1 and just took the game over. That has not been the case here. And so Trolley will now pick up his Soul Ring. We'll see if he actually wants to go Bloodstone straight away, or if this is just a casual Soul Ring. King obviously will go back for the Bloodstone at some point. That seems to be the standard build, but... If you don't get an Orchid first, then how do you really apply pressure this game? Totally getting nipped by these wolves. Oh, Timber Chain off the mark. Ice Blast coming in hot, and it is going to get the debuff. Actually got the damage. Oh no, he Soul Ringed after that. That could have been dangerous. Oh, it is! Bam! Piao smacks him down. And the tower falls. That was unfortunate. Gets debuffed by the Ice Blast right as he Soul Rings, and then the Blink Clap, and he's just donezo. Yamaguchi gonna get eyes on the enemy team, but there's a brew split online. The Lycan Wolves are grouped up. I don't really know if you can get this jump. In fact, they get the swap off here, but the global comes out just to protect the retreat of Yamaguchi. Now chasing on to Piao. Oh, if he gets off the split, this could go south in a hurry. Doesn't even need it. The Lycan on the prowl summons the Wolves. Works on 5593. Doesn't commit. And another Ice Blast coming in. This one hits on 2. Mineski just getting blasted off the map right now. Another blink, a clap, a crit, a kill. And they look for more. They're going to throw out the chain. Or the, not the chain, the chakram. While meanwhile, top lane, Trolley, unable to get these kills. Jumps into the tower. Melody Lovers, will he stun him? Can he turn this one? Uh-oh, he's got the vent stun. And Trolley's going to feed. Ends up dying. Melody Lover's wife, TX, stay alive. From bad to worse here for Mineski, a 2,000 gold swing. Making it a 7,500 gold lead, a 10,000 experience lead. As the struggles continue here for Mineski. The H is still online for Chow Yui. A lot of map control for Speed Gaming now. With the Wolves always in Viz, you can just go around the map, constantly keeping tabs on what the Storm's up to, and they don't really have a great partner for the Wolves. That Bat Rider being the main thing. I guess the Storm with the Boots of Travel could be pretty good as well, but the issue for Storm is generally he's going to need more combat-oriented items just because of the nature of the hero. So farm-intensive. Got to have that big int pull to be consistently relevant in fights. Speed will push through mid. They munch down on the tower. It will fall. Dire gets the last hit, but the push continues in earnest. They continue the onslaught. Xiao Yui meandering through. I like the way Speed is just always applying pressure. They're a very aggressive lineup. We've seen a lot of dives. We always see them smoking. They're always going for these big plays. They are going to lunge in on the Secret, but he retreats to the safety of the high ground. While in the meantime, they finally start to get on the board with this Storm Spear pick. Using the Scarth Mage ult, they'll pick off the Ancient Apparition. Mid-tower under siege, though. Speed Gaming continuing to lay into Mineski. This is the 4th tower of the game going their way, and there's still a tier 1 top to be grabbed. The map control is slipping away. They have a brew split. He's just going to use it now, and now turns on the silencer. Not a whole lot 5593 can do. He's just got to run the hell away, but the chakram comes zooming in. Storm to engage, but goes on to Melody Lovers. Now the global. They maybe could chase this further. Trolley going for the big pickoff here. Might get the Venge kill too. They do. This could be great. Can they even kill off the brew? Oh, they silence him, but right at that moment he blinks away. Still 3 heroes end up falling, and Mineski strike back. Finally. Finally, just a breath of air. At least having a shot at this game. They're not ready to give up just yet. They'll fight on. By the way, there is still an Ancient Apparition in this game, and he's already got his level 2 ulti at 16 minutes. He went for the Midas. It's definitely paid off for him. That is a very farmed Ancient Apparition. A fearsome foe for Mineski. It's really going to be up to Trolley to get that Orchid, and before Brewmaster is able to get his BKB. Although he is going Ags first, it looks like. I feel like you have to go BKB this game. Up against Skywrath, Silencer, Storm probably building Orchid. Yeah, he gets the Oblivion Staff, so we're not going to see the... No Bloodstone Rush. Bloodstone Rush does not seem to be much of a build anymore. Even Blitz has not been going for it. At least not in his competitive matches. Not sure about his pubs. The Soul Rain is a value item though, and yeah, we were seeing Eternal Envy experiment with the Tranquil Boots Soul Rain Storm back when you could disassemble Tranquils. Uh-oh. Big Zip. Going for the grab here. They get the pull. Oh, they pull him out. And he will end up going down. They almost pulled him out of the Mystic Flare there. Could have cost him, but... In fact, they do get the kill, and it looks like the trade will be a Scarth Mage just getting ripped to shreds. As Speed Gaming continue the onslaught. They'll take down the tower top lane, chasing onwards towards Yamaguchi. They're actually looking for the swap initiation. They get the stun off from the Venge. Now with the chilling touch damage, he's very vulnerable to being burst down and will be finished off by Speed. 3 heroes getting cursed on the retreat out, but they'll be okay. As the dust settles, the main thing to keep in mind for Mineski is the map control is just not with them. That's even ambitious. It's like this at this point. That's what they comfortably control. They've got little pockets of vision with an observer ward up here, and down here, but that's about it. They do have this bristleback troll combo, which is very strong in theory, but I feel like the Speed Gaming have the answers for that because of the Timber Saw and the Ancient Apparition. They have so much magic damage. Until these heroes get BKBs, they're very vulnerable to being bursted. Now, Troll is close to his. In fact, Seeker basically has one, up to 1,300 gold with the Ogre Club Mithril Hammer. Just needs like a creep or two. They also it seems like one of those games where there's a couple heroes that really need the BKBs. And I would say the Bristleback definitely on that list. Gets his Crimson Guard still. A lot of magic damage from the Timber Saw. Well, pure damage to be exact, to worry about. They're going to farm a nice little Ancient stack here. Chao Yui now completing the Necro 3. It's a good item this game. Storm, very mana dependent. Bristleback, pretty low mana pool. The push will help a lot. Do Mineski actually want to push this? They did smoke up. They're going to reveal Secret, and he immediately goes to work with the Battle Trance.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Bringing down the tier 1 top lane. Mineski will get a little bit of gold going their way. That is their second tower of the game at 20 minutes. As they zip it on Melody Lovers, they get off the Sans. The Mystic Flare's there again. That combination continues to work out. Trolling out, just calmly jumping down to the south ramp. Iwi also chasing. He's going to throw out that Yule Scepter. Now the Chakram waiting for RR, although it doesn't actually seem to hit him. As the Lycan will munch him down. One auto attack. Oh, one more, and Trolli will die. He blows all his mana. And now Yamaguchi is the one that's being chased out. But Troll is a BKB, and he goes to work on Iwi. Doesn't get the chain bash, though. Just gets the one. It's not enough for the kill. Now forced to TP out. Oh, so unfortunate. Thought he would have more. One extra bash. My kingdom for a bash is the cry. But it falls on deaf ears. And what do you know? Another Roshan for Speed Game. Got the medallion applied, the Venge minus armor, now level 3, and they'll just strut their stuff right up into this pit. If this goes late enough, I'm actually really liking Mineski's lineup. They've got the Troll Bristleback duo, very potent physical damage. The global and a storm jump is extremely difficult to deal with because you have no real way to defend your teammates at that point. Venge does have a Force Staff, which is nice, but she's got no BKB, so won't be able to use the swap. That's really the key thing. And that means that you can just do the pull into Mystic Flare shenanigans. We've got a really nice single target pickoff, the good combo breaker to the team fights, and yeah, a lot of physical damage, as I was saying.
Dire's top tower
After the Roshan, Speed Gaming did smoke. The Dire team now moving into the mid lane. They show the Lycan, but the other 3 smoke nearby, not yet revealed. Now the smoke gonna wear off. They begin their push. Does Speed Gaming go for the high ground breach just yet? They have an Ice Blast soon. They're gonna summon the Necro. Looks like they want to push it. Howling and surging in. Breaking through that high ground defense, looking to take a first lane of Rax. There is a glyph. Needs to be used almost immediately. Lycan just gonna preemptively morph into his ultimate, just to be safe. And the tower looks like it is slated to fall. Piao has a split. He can't get it off just yet, but remember, he's the Aegis carrier, so they can't commit too much on him. He's also got his Aghanim Scepter. Storm zipping forward. has blown the majority of his mana now. The Brew comes back to life, and now the Brew can split. He'll immediately do it, forcing Mineski back. They haven't lost anything, but they're going to lose Rax soon. And if you could take a lane of Rax like this, what's to stop you from going for a second? Maybe they want to wait for the Aegis. That's the only thing you really have to worry about. Now the Brood lumbers out, cycloning up the Bristleback, and should be able to blink away here in just a moment. Just methodical play from Speed Gaming. They do seem to have a good understanding of the timings. Like, as soon as they're strong enough to go for the high ground push, they do. They don't overthink it. They don't wait too long. They just go.
Gold for my top.
And Storm with the Orchid now. The question is, can he find pickoffs around the map? He's going to try. Zip in onto the Timbersaw. Has the Yule Scepter, though. And he'll use it immediately. Can he chain his way out of here? He's going to go for it now. His corpse futilely just launching the chain in the general vicinity of the woods. But to little avail as he does fall.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Definitely a mandatory Yule's game, though. I mentioned BKB, but Yule's is the other option. Up against the Skywrath, the Silencer, and the Orchid.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
You need solutions for that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Mineski with a slight lease on life. They only trail by 10k gold, AK experience, but they have lost the lane of Rax against a fat Lycan, and that is a concern. Now the Lycan grabs a BKB, and there's still the Troll Bash. They still have the global, but of course if you just shapeshift and BKB, then what does it really matter? Trolley gonna go on to Piao here. He's got a little backup from Secret. And Piao with no BKB can't get off his ultimate. I really feel he needs to go back for one. Unfortunately, he just now completes the treads. The Troll pick is finding a little opening here or there, as Mineski hang on for dear life in game 2. They now snag a hood on Yamaguchi, tanking up. Not really the best hood game though. You're up against pure damage from the pure damage from the Timbersaw. Really only helps you against Ice Blast. And I feel like you'd rather go BKB this game, to be honest. Not sure I like the pipe choice. Or the hood choice.
Let the fun begin.
The pride of the Philippines. They have their backs against the wall in this game. Even though the gold lead is only 8,000, and experience only 4,000 for speed, the nature of their lineup is such that you lose one fight and you basically lose the game. Whereas for Mineski to win, they probably have to win 2 or 3. Tier 2s still up in all 3 lanes for speed, the guardians of this dire side of the map. A lot more margin for error on their side. Here comes the push. Chao Yui sending out the wolves. Oh, maybe they don't push, actually. Rosha's not up for 5 minutes. They're going to smoke. And I think they'll show the Lycan in the lane. They're moving out in front of him. Yamaguchi about to get caught out here. Venge getting eyes on him. Has the 4-staff swap. Could go for anything they want. They're still only showing the Lycan. Piao, blink clap. He's going to answer the split. Now the boulder toss. Following this one up with the shotgun. They get off the 4-staff, trying to keep him alive for now. Ice Blast coming out. They're going to take the tier 2, but with the Brew split down, they may just have to back after the Speed Gaming. Do they keep on going?
Top tower has fallen.
I don't know if you want to do this without the Brew split. If there were ever a time for Mineski to win a fight and turn this game, it's probably now while the Brew split's down. And as they try to retreat, Lycan gets caught out. Good 4-staff there, though. By Melody Lovers, it looks like keeping Chao Yui alive. He's going to just go for the quick TP out. No way to cancel this one. Timbersaw also endangered. Bloodstone suicides Melody Lovers into the trees. He'll TP out too. Is there a pull? Is there a stun? There's nothing. Zilch. Nada. Everybody escapes except for the Timbersaw who denied himself. I think as soon as they broke the tier 2, they should have just backed. They already used the Brew split. They didn't get kills with it. There's really no reason to stick around there. Mineski continuing to apply pressure in this top lane. A rainbow of TPs now descend though, because they've got an infestation to deal with mid. Creeps marching into the base. Speed gaming at this point, I think you wait for the next Roshan here, you get your AC up on the Lycan, and then you go for the high ground breach. They just gotta fight around the brew split as well. He needs that BKB so he can be more selective about when he uses the split. And once he gets that, then the base breaking should be a lot easier for them and more difficult for Mineski to defend. But this is a pretty farm Storm. Completes his Bloodstone now at 29 minutes. Considering that he's only got 3 kills, that's fairly impressive. Yeah, I'm still not sure about the pipe for the reasons I mentioned earlier. For Yamaguchi. Roshan, I think not respawning for a couple minutes though. It might even be a max duration Roshan respawn. I believe it said 5 minutes, and so it should be right about here. Oh no, okay, I guess I misread it. Still, a minute and a half to go on that, and I do want to mention, Pressure has picked up his Aghanim Scepter. Pretty nice item against heroes that tend to have a lot of HP regen. Bristleback sometimes itemizes that way if he goes like a Crimson Guard as well as Pipe. That's a lot of just health regen per second. Pipe will largely not counter this, but it'll mitigate a lot of the incoming damage and keep heroes healthy, make them less likely to shatter. So it's important for Mineski to make sure they get the Pipe buff. Now that Aghs is afoot. The only hero they have who can really use these wolves is potentially the Timber. He's got 2,300 gold. He could buy his BOTs now. But even then, it's not like he's got a lot of solo killing potential. He'll need a Heart, Shivas, then maybe the Aghs. That should probably be the next few items coming his way. Chao Yui will begin demolishing this Radiant jungle. Speed gaming. Uh-oh. Top lane. Storm goes in, but there is Yules here to cancel that Orchid. Trolley's going to continue fighting. He really wants to engage on the Iwi. I don't know. Is there going to be backup? Where's the team's reinforcements for him? Iwi's still being pursued out. Trolley now forced to TP out. Can't get the kill. And Roshan about to respawn. In fact, he respawns in the midst of all this. During that time, Lycan did pop his ulti, I believe just to farm, and oh, Rosh is up. Gotta heal up your Storm, get him right back out into combat conditions. They're looking for it. This Rosh will be contested. The Necro Books marching in, but they're about to die. So they won't have the Necro Books for this fight if it happens now. 50 seconds before that cooldown pops. Mineski feeling like they're starting to claw their way back into this game now as it moves along. They haven't lost that second lane of Rax yet. Speed Gaming with a very manageable gold lead, only 6,000. And if it gets late enough, there isn't really a great hero to deal with Storm. The best option will be a Lycan Abyssal, or maybe a Hex on the Timbersaw, up to 2,700 gold. But short of that, it's a game where Storm's free to play aggressive. And then if you get the global off, with about to be an Aghanim's global, your Storm can pretty much do whatever he wants. BKB check on the Dire. They still only have 1 on the Lycan and the Yules on the Timbersaw. So 3 of these heroes just helpless against that level of initiation. But they will begin the Roshan. Will Mineski contest? They're just going to lurch in. Leading the charge is your Bristleback. They look to counter-initiate. Bimbo's coming, though. Secret. Forced to BKB, and now in comes the Storm. Zips, pulls, Piao, and tries to finish him off. Defensive swap. Force staff, he doesn't get off. Oh, he does get off the Brewmaster split at the buzzer. He pulls it out of the hat. Oh, that could be trouble. Speed Gaming now on the chase. Trolley basically out of mana at this point, and Bristleback trying to fight his way up against this Lycan. They work on the Trolley. The Brewmaster cleared up the Scarlet Mage. No, if they get the Storm kill, he's got the Bloodstone, and I'll have to use it, though. Yamaguchi now also pursued out. Ice Blast cooling down at 13, and now the Roshan. It's theirs for the taking. 4 heroes end up dying, including that self-deny. And it marks a 3,000 gold swing upwards for Speed Gaming. Aegis now acquired. They're going to have the AC soon, and with that, look to break this Radiant base and close out Mineski. Can Mineski hang on? Can they somehow cling for life and turn this one around? It is a tall order, I must say. This Brewmaster apparently doesn't want his Aegis. Okay. Yeah, living life on the edge here. But he lives by the evasion procs and well, nearly dies by them in the process. Finally, the complete AC for Chao Yui. His farm definitely slowed down a lot, but gets the AC out, falling behind falling even with the Storm and CS. So credit to our Storm player Trolley for catching up. But I think of your speed, this is pretty much go time. You've got the cheese, the Aegis up on the Brew. You wait for his BKB, and let's see, anything else that they're going to get soon? No, I think that's really it. I think you just get his BKB and you go for the base. Mineski having the troll, you look to split push. Just try and avoid these fights. Go for pickoffs with the Storm. Maybe use Global to slow down the onslaught. Smoke now popped by Mineski. They're moving through this dire side of the map, up one hill. Do they go up a second? No, they set a course for mid. Trolley in front. And Speed Gaming just way back, parked super far away. Oh, they have the BKB now on this Brewmaster. Not an easy kill. About to have a big clash here. Mineski. Oh, they get vision. They see Iwi. So they go in now. They do with the pull. Now the Mystic Flare combination. He uses though. He throws himself up in the air. Everybody begins to BKB, and they will. The first casualty of war will be the Bristleback. The trade is the Timbersaw. Zipping out is the Skywrath. Looks like he's going to shatter. 5593 also in trouble. Gets swapped. Cold feeded, and now will end up going down. They're going to lose their troll as well, and back in the well. R ends up shattering. Boom, down to earth. 3 heroes dead. A costly attempt to take a fight there. Did they end up even popping the Aegis? No, Brewmaster's still holding on to that. He didn't even have to split. What a fight for speed.
Radiant's middle barracks are under attack.
The creeps begin marching in now. Range racks being chipped away at. The melee bottom, though, is the real prize for speed. They've got the AC, the Vlads, the Necro 3 cooling down, but they don't really need that Necro. Lycan himself is a one-man demolition crew. As they march on, the melee racks continue to take damage. They're just going to use the Brewmaster split, just for a little bit of zoning and kiting, cycloning the Bristleback, taking out the range momentarily. Chao Yui now marching all the way top. He's going to go for the Mega Speed, trying to 2-0 Mineski here in this series, and may well be successful, but they do zip in on him. They commit to the Lycan. He's got cheese. He'll continue running. Storm zipping in further. Not sure what the goal is here. You're definitely not killing the Lycan. And now, low on mana, he will time walk, or not time walk. He will zip back a bit. Melody Lovers, down. Dead. Now TP out from YFTX. Will he live? Will Iwi live? Storm's still chasing him, but low on the Bloodstone charges. Don't think he has enough mana to chase. Yeah, so they'll get 2 lanes of Rex. Speed Gaming still have the Aegis. They did pop their cheese for that, but obviously a very favorable win for them there. just a difficult game for Mineski at this point. The Storm really needs his next item. He's been pretty halted here. 15k. He's had the Bloodstone Orchid for quite a while, but they need a Storm with like a little more solo kill potential. So when you global, you can actually just blow somebody up. Hex would be big. Maybe that one more item after it, but I think the Hex is the main thing now. And well, the Bristle Troll are just getting kited and ignored in these fights. Bristleback still no BKB, so I don't think it's a mandatory item this game, but the pipe just has not felt very impactful. And speaking of Scythe Vice, one is now acquired by YFTX, so a solution to the Storm on the field of battle now, as they will trot towards top. Speed Gaming, I think we see that final attempt for Mega Creeps here. Roshan's still a ways off. If they want to wait for it, it's about 3 to 6 minutes, it looks like. Timber pushing in. He does have a BKB. And it is even exposed Rax top lane. Oh, this is going to be hard to hold. If you're Speed, you just pop the Necro, pop the Brewmaster Split, and just right-click the buildings. You don't even have to fight heroes. And I don't know if there's any way Mineski can stop that. They have to get the jump. Oh, it's too late. He's already got off the Brew Split. Now the Lycan comes out with the Necro 3. Storm going to zip in on him and does do okay damage, but I don't know if it's enough. He ends up surviving. Is low, though, as the Troll nearly finishes him off. Brewmaster Split trying to fight right now. They're not actually going for the structures. No, they are with the Necrobooks. They managed to finish off the melee racks. Melody Lovers probably going to drop for this. The Timber Cell also dropping low. And they have another zip available. It goes all the way onto Piao. Orchid's online. BKB. Clap. And then does he make his way out? Another Storm Zip. Another auto attack. It misses. But that is just about Megas. Wolves begin pecking away at this range Rex. At this stage in the game, Mineski, it's where you might have to go for some semi-desperation plays here. Maybe you go for like a big smoke gank, try and potentially just jump a tier 2 tower. They don't have exposed racks though on speed, so it's not like you can backdoor that easily. Tier 4s aren't really an option. BOT's now acquired. Is there a Hex out yet? No, still no Hex on him. The Enchant Apparition, of course, does have one. The BOT Wolf combination is not that scary, even now. This ain't your Bone 7 Batrider type of game. Mineski never wants to give up easily. They're going for tower defense, but the Wolves just come in. They chip away at the building, now down to 142 health, and, well, if you're Speed, just 5-man top again. There's really no need to wait. They can wait if they want to play it safe. They could wait for the next Roshan, which is fairly soon, but I honestly think they can also just, if they want, they can just say, screw it, brute force it, and most likely come out on top. I think they're waiting for the next rush, though. They're farming their neutrals. Mineski reluctant to leave their base at this point. Oh, and I did not mention it earlier, but Storm actually bought back in the last fight, so slightly unfortunate is this will further delay his Scythe Vice. It's already getting to be quite late. The hour grows late. 42 minutes and still no item progression beyond the Bloodstone Orchid that he had at like 28 or so. Maybe even sooner than that. It's been 14 minutes. That hurts. At least he's got the completed Hex online. It's now is delivered, and I think he actually sold his boots to buy it. And they felt like they just desperately needed that. It'll be like him pushing top. Piao is going to Brew Split at the tier 4s, and he just wants to go straight onto this range Rax. Mineski, oh, they can't stop it. That's the Mega Creeps now secured, and they're trying to take this fight as well. Secret getting focused by the Wolf, who devours him, and now is chased out by the Storm Spirit, but where's that Mystic Flare follow-up to actually secure a kill? They buy back on the Troll. Speed Gaming now, perhaps on the way out. Lycan's ultimate, worn off. They're looking a little bit less scary. Yamaguchi, though, getting cold feet is brought down quickly. And Iwi also being hammered by Secret. Will end up falling as well. They buy back. They TP in. They go for the GG. Now Speed Gaming running through Mineski. Merciless in the onslaught. They'll take the tier 4s. They've finally cracked this base. 5 dead. It's a wipe. And it's a GG. Speed Gaming make it 2-0. And Mineski, this will now mark loss number... What is it? Loss number 16. Oh, no, actually 18. Oh, 17. Loss number 17. 9-17 for Mineski. On the other side of the coin, Speed Gaming, 16-10. With a good shot here to go to the LAN finals. Good matters from both teams. GGs are called. And folks, with that said, that wraps up our 4th best of 2 of the day on this channel. We've got one more round coming your way. It's going to be DK versus HGT. I believe, let's see, one of those matches scheduled to start. DK versus HGT is at 22, which is right about now. So if it starts sometime, it is scheduled for now, I believe. But we'll see if that's indeed the case. Thanks for watching, guys. If you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow LD Dota. And, of course, Beyond the Summit. VODs will be available at youtube.com/Beyond the Summit TV. Be sure to check out the other streams for ongoing DAC coverage, twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 2, twitch.tv/Beyond the Summit 3, and, of course, twitch.tv/BaseKip. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back for our final match.